What you guys, got another video? If your Windows internet is not working, you can try these easy fixes. If you're suddenly not able to connect to the internet and you're getting an unidentified network or no internet access or any of the other issues that don't allow you to connect to either an Ethernet connection to the internet or Wi-Fi connection to the internet, then this video is for you. So we're going to go into our status window here. You can see we have no internet access on this system. And what we're going to do here is we're going to fix it. So I had a few issues connecting to the internet on this system, and I thought I'd take you along for the ride and see if we can fix it in this video. So I'm going to go to the troubleshooting tool first and run this to see what sort of error we get and whether Windows can actually fix it. Now, I've never had much success with the troubleshooting tools inside Windows. If you have, then let me know in the comments section down below. But I've never really had any of these tools fix any sort of problems. What it does is it tells you roughly what the problem is, and it normally tells you that it can't fix it. Just like this one here, not fixed. Ethernet 0 doesn't have a valid IP configuration, and that's basically the error that we're getting here. Now, there's some basic things you can actually do inside Windows which will help you resolve a lot of these problems, and this is a common problem that people face on their computer where they just don't know what to do when they get an error. But we're going to go through and I'll show you some of the things you can try to resolve this common problem. So what we're going to do first is go down to the search box here and type CMD, and we're going to run this as administrator. Say yes to the user account control, and this will open up a black command prompt window. From here, we're going to type netsh, all one word, space int, space IP, space reset, and then press enter. And you'll see on this list right here, it's gone ahead and reset everything, but this one, resetting failed. Access is denied. So it's not allowing us to reset using that method. So from there, what you're going to do here is we're going to go to power. We're going to restart the system quickly just to see whether we've fixed the issue by running that command. Now, it's likely that it's not going to fix it in this case because it said resetting access is denied. So it's not allowed us to reset it via that method. So getting back to the desktop, we're going to have to try some other fixes to try and resolve this issue. But it's always important to restart the PC whenever you run any sort of command like that, just to make sure to see whether it's fixed it or not. And we've still got the same issue happening on this computer. So we're going to quickly flush the DNS on this system as well. So what we'll do is quickly go to the command prompt window, type CMD, run this as administrator, and open up the command prompt window again. And we're just going to quickly flush the DNS here. So to do that, we can do ipconfig / flush DNS, all one word, and press enter. And you can see that it successfully flushed the DNS resolver cache. And you can see we still have no internet access on the actual computer itself. So from here, we're going to go to Device Manager. The next thing you want to try to do here is check the network adapter. Now, if your network adapter is basically missing a driver, then you can try to install that driver. You can see houses functioning perfectly fine here, but what you want to do is scan for any hardware changes, and you can also do a update on that driver if there is one available. So just right click on it and go update driver, and then search automatically for drivers. It's probably going to tell us we have the best driver installed on this device, and that's perfectly fine. There's also search for Windows updates here to see whether there's a driver available for that particular network card. So we've tried both of those and they have not worked. So we can move on to the next step. Now, the next step you can do is go into the settings panel here. Inside here, we're going to go to network and internet, and there'll be a little button down here saying network reset. When you click on this, it's going to say this will remove, then reinstall all your network adapters and set other network components back to their original settings. You might need to reinstall other network software afterwards, such as VPN clients and software and virtual switches. So I'm going to click reset now, and it's going to say you're about to be signed out. Click close, and we can restart the PC. So let's go ahead and do that right here. We can speed the process up by going down to the start button, click the power button and click restart, and it will restart the system. Now this has been quite successful in the past for me. Now you can go into command prompt to reset the network adapters on your computer using command prompt, and I'll show you that in a second. So what we're going to do is that we're going to let you get back to the desktop here, and once we get back to the desktop I'll show you the commands that you can use from command prompt, because sometimes these are quite useful to have written down somewhere, and you can create a batch file with these as well. So here is the commands here that you can run inside command prompt. You can start off one at a time and just do the first one, then the second one, third one, and then the fourth one. Restart your PC if you want to run these from command prompt. Make sure you run the command prompt as administrator. But you can see we've already got internet access, so I'm not going to run these in this case. So network reset has worked for me. The internet is now working. But if you're still having issues, you can try those commands on the screen one at a time. And once you've run them, restart the PC. Now, you can see right here, inside the system here, inside the Windows security, make sure you disable any sort of firewall settings that you might be having, because it might be blocking your internet. If you've got a different type of issue with your internet, you might want to just disable the antivirus program or firewall settings on your PC temporarily to see whether you can gain access to the internet via this method, because sometimes this has been known to block people's internet access. Don't forget to put the firewall back on once you've finished your test. You can quickly test to see whether you get access to the internet by turning off the firewall. Windows Defender Firewall doesn't normally cause this issue, but it's normally mainly third-party firewall software from antivirus software, which is quite aggressive, and sometimes you may have blocked it by mistake. So if you have, just turn that off temporarily and test. Next, you might want to go over to the motherboard manufacturer's website of your computer and download the driver. I showed you how to update the driver from inside Device Manager. Sometimes that doesn't work and you need to go physically to the website and choose the operating system of your choice and download the LAN network driver and also the Wi-Fi driver here and install it on your computer. The reason why is because it could be missing on your computer, or it may be corrupted or something like that. And you might want to download this and reinstall it on the PC, just so you can say that you've reinstalled the driver. You should always go through the process and work these off one at a time, just so you can test the theory of uninstalling and reinstalling the network driver. You can see right here, there's uninstall device. You can come in here, right click on it, click on uninstall device. It will uninstall the network driver for that PC. And once you've done this, click uninstall. And now you can see it's now missing. You can now extract the downloaded LAN driver that you've just downloaded from the manufacturer's website and basically install that driver for your network adapter. Now, this is a really common problem where drivers get corrupted, or they download drivers from other sources, or maybe Windows is downloaded and installed the wrong driver for your PC. It has happened before, and you will lose internet access. That's why I prefer to install my own drivers rather than let Windows install drivers for me, because graphics drivers have caused problems in the past where you start having issues as well. So I try to go to the manufacturer's website and download all of the drivers myself and install them. Now, if you're using third-party software to install drivers, this can also cause an issue as well. So once you've got your driver installed, you can go back into this location here once you've restarted your PC, and hopefully your internet will come back on and you should have a working internet. If you've got yellow exclamation marks or issues like that, then there's a problem with that driver and you need to fix it. Make sure the network card hasn't failed or anything like that, and hopefully you should be able to resolve the problem. You should have connection right here. If you still haven't got connection and you still are having issues with your internet, then you might want to call your ISP and contact your ISP to make sure there's no issues in your area or something along those lines. Also, you might want to check all your settings to make sure that you are not infected with malware that is also blocking the internet or causing issues, because that can happen as well. So you might want to do scans on your computer if you've got infections. Make sure you're not using any sort of proxy or any sort of IPs right here that are directing you to somewhere else, which is blocking the internet as well. These should all be obtained IP address and DNS automatically, and it should be from your ISP. This next tip is probably one of the best ones out of all of them, because this normally resolves a lot of problems by restarting the modem and router. Disconnect everything, close everything down, wait 30 seconds, and then fire it back up. And hopefully wait until you get solid lights, and hopefully that will resolve your problem. Ensuring the modem and router lights are fully steady and solid, or flashing green. Any red ones means there's a problem with the connection. Check all the cables, make sure they're firmly plugged in and there's no damage to the cable. And you can always try another device to make sure and see whether that works. If it works and it's just your PC that's not working, then it's more than likely a Windows setting or something wrong with your computer. Maybe the network card has failed or something like that, or Wi-Fi card has failed. So just check all of those things. If you find out your PC is at fault and other devices are connecting to the internet, you might want to think about resetting your PC. So go into the recovery console, choose reset this PC. You can choose keep my files and basically reset your PC from here. If you choose remove everything, it's going to wipe everything from the computer. Always use the cloud download because that will be fresh files that are downloaded off the internet. And then once you've done that, you can go through the whole process of reinstalling the operating system on your PC. Unfortunately, you're probably going to end up having to reinstall all the applications. So make sure you follow and understand exactly what's going to happen to your PC before you proceed. But hopefully when you've reinstalled Windows, your problem will be resolved. Hopefully you fixed your problem before you have to go through this process. But at the end of the day, sometimes resetting the PC is the only way to get that PC back up and running. If your PC is still broken after that, it's probably a hardware issue. Anyway, with that said, my name has been Brian from briteccomputers.co.uk. Have a lovely weekend and I will catch you in the next video. Bye for now.